Hey folks. So I wanted to go over today a discussion about push-ups and the different variations that are available. Now, what are push-ups good for? Push-ups are great for your chest muscle strength and up into the upper body. Specifically, I'm thinking of if you're ever on the floor and you like to get up and down off the floor, being able to push yourself up is great positioning. If you fall and you're on the floor and you're very weak, I know many people who can't even push themselves up to get off the floor. So that's important. Now, if you can't push yourself up, right, there's other ways. You can roll to one side, maybe use one arm to get up, pull on something that's stable, use more of your legs to help you. I understand there's different ways to get up besides just relying on your chest muscles. Also, maybe you're someone who you're just trying to tone and get stronger. So push-ups are a really great source of activity, especially because they don't require any weights. You can do this anywhere. If you're traveling on the road, you don't require a gym, a space to do it. Now, how do we work on our push-ups? So we want to, if you're just getting started or you're very weak, the best way to do it is at a wall surface. Now, once we've gone from the wall surface, you can use a counter. Once we've gone from the counter, you can eventually start moving down to the floor. So I'll go over these different options for you. Once you find a good wall surface spot in your home to use, you want something that doesn't have a lot of pictures up here, because what you want is you want your hands to be at chest level. So I'm not having my hands up here. I'm not having my hands down here. My hands are going to be at chest level. So making sure you don't have a bookshelf, photos, anything here that's going to get in the way. Step back a little bit. I'm about maybe 3 to 4 feet away from the wall with my feet. And I'm going to put my hands at chest height. Now, if you're not sure, you can always film yourself, and that way you can see what you're doing. Or if you've got a mirror that you can look into, that's also really great. Like if you're in a bathroom or somewhere that you are able to see yourself. So for me here, I know I'm at chest height. All right, and I'm just going to push in and out. So I'm not going to use my legs to do the work. I'm not going to bring my belly towards the wall. I'm simply letting my upper chest come towards the wall, relying on my arms to keep me from falling, okay? So I just come in and I use my arms and my hand strength and my shoulders and my chest to push myself back up. So you don't want to come forward and then use your butt to come back out. You're using all your butt to help you in your core. This is all about arms, right? This is about chest muscles. So we'll try again. So come forward and back up. Forward and back up. All right, now once that starts to get easy, let's say you can do 3 rounds of 10, and that's getting easier to do, then it's the next level is to go to the counter. So I've picked a good counter surface in my home. Now this can be in your bathroom, this can be in your kitchen, wherever you've got a good stable spot to do your work. This is where we're gonna do it. Now, I'm gonna show you, because we've already strengthened ourselves up at this point, whether you're starting here or you're starting at the wall, we're a bit stronger here, right? So we're gonna be moving further back from the countertop with our feet. So we're gonna be more at an angle. So at the wall, we're like this, and now we're about to come down a little bit more. So we have to rely a little bit more on arm strength to be able to do the counter push-ups. Okay, so I'm back a bit. So I'm at about 5 feet away from the countertop with my feet. My body's already at an angle. I've got my hands on here properly. So my hands are not on top of the counter, right? Because they'll slip. So I've got my fingers, my thumbs are underneath the counter. My hands are on top, so I've got a good stable grip on the counter. My hands won't slip. Then I'm also, you can be flat on your feet, but I'm also up on my toes to provide even more work for my body. And then I will come forward and back up. Now because this will get harder for you, if you can only go to about here and back up, that's fine. And as you get stronger, try to come a little bit lower. And as you get even stronger, a little bit lower. Now, once you have started doing these for 3 rounds, 10 reps at a time, then you realize you probably are ready to move down to the floor. When you're getting stronger, it's time to move on. I know that can get scary as we start to gradually progress forward, which is why it's great to work with someone like myself who is watching your form and says, hey, you're ready to do it, let's do it. Because sometimes it's hard for us on our own to sort of push ourselves to the next level. All right, so now we're gonna move down to the floor. All right, now that I'm down on the floor to do our modified push-ups on the floor, we've gone from the wall to the countertop, or even if you're starting here, the first modified version that we can do is on our knees. Now, if you have a knee issue, it's great to roll up your mat or put something extra cushioned underneath your knees if being on your knees makes them uncomfortable. For me, I'm just gonna show you on the regular mat how we're gonna do it. So, we have to get into a good position here. So my hands are underneath at my shoulders, and my butt's not up in the air. My hips are forward. Now this requires some stomach strength as well, because if my stomach is not strong enough to hold my body in this position, and my arms are not strong enough, my back is gonna be doing a lot of work. Now what I see incorrectly a lot of people do, they keep their butt up in the air and they bring their arms down. That is a lot of work on our shoulders. That's going to be hard and hurt. So don't leave your butt up in the air. This is why if you need to look at yourself, having your camera nearby facing you, looking at you, watching you do it is great, so you can see if you don't have a mirror nearby. So my hips are forward, okay? And then I'm gonna bring my whole body down. I don't lead with my hips, and I don't keep my butt up in the air. So my whole body comes down together, and I push back up with my arms. Now, I'm not coming down and I'm leading up with my butt, right? Not doing that. I come down and I push up with my arms. Now, because this is going to be more challenging, or if this is where you're even starting, remember, you don't have to come all the way down to the floor. Even if you're only going half an inch to an inch to start, great. As you get stronger, go further. Get deeper into your push-ups, right? So I could start, remember, hips forward, strong stomach. I could start with just little ones. If that's all I can do and that's hard, that's great. But once you're getting all the way down and you're pushing yourself all the way back up with good form, then I think we're ready to try our toes. Once we moved up to our toes, there's lots of variations of push-ups to do. There are wide push-ups, there's narrow, there's diamond, there's elevated versions, right? Where I'm here and my feet are actually up on something and then I'm doing a declined one. There are ones where we have our hand on something else, so we're getting a lot more work in one side. There's so many different variations of how to do your push-ups. So the key though, and I'm gonna show you this because once you've gone from your modified versions to your toes, I will show you some errors I see people do. So we get to our toes. We're in a good position here. And then I see people come down and then they can't get back up, so they arch their back to get up. Don't do that. If you're not quite ready, if you don't have the strength to get back up, remember, go about half an inch to an inch and then come back up. If that's too hard, maybe go back to your knees, work on that a bit more until you're stronger to try again back on your toes. But even if you can only do one, just one small one, right? If you're getting to that point where you're strong enough on your knees that you can get to here and then just do one small one, that over the course of time, of weeks, maybe getting up to 2, maybe getting up to 3, you will get stronger, right? But consistency is important here. If you're only doing push-ups once a month, you're probably not going to get very much stronger. So consistency will be important. But when we're doing our push-ups on our toes, remember the key is strong stomach, all right? Coming down and all the way up together, right? My whole body is coming together. I'm not arching my back, I'm not moving my hips up, I'm not leading with anything, letting our arms and chest muscles do the work. That's what the push-up is for, okay? Because remember, if we gotta get off the floor, right? If I've fallen on the floor and I have to get up and I don't have the strength in my arms to push myself up, that's a problem, okay? And also, we get some muscles out of it. So, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or you really want to work on this and have someone watching you, on a one-on-one session to really help you with your form and getting stronger. Reach out and get started. Bye.